Welcome to the first panel of Judo Fest 2020. And today we are talking about the Olympic Games, Judoka heading to the Olympics. It's my absolute pleasure to be joined by three incredible athletes. First up, we are joined by Linda Kelmendi from Kosovo, the 2013 World Champion, the 2014 World Champion, and she became her nation's first ever Olympic champion in Rio de Janeiro in 2016. Historic moment for her and her nation. We are also joined by Peter Paltchik. He's the current world number one at minus 100 kilograms. From Israel, he is the man on form in the category. Going into 2021, he's looking set for a brilliant performance at the Olympic Games, which will be his first Olympics. And finally, we're joined by Paltchik Malloy from the United States of America. Marty is a world silver medalist and an Olympic bronze medalist from London 2012, and she also competed at the Rio Olympics in 2016, before retiring shortly after in 2017. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here with you today. I'd like to start with you, Linda. Tell us, going into Tokyo, you are the defending champion. How will the preparations for Tokyo be different for you than your preparations for Rio?
Well, to be honest, it's not easy. I've been there before and I know what it takes. There's a lot of pressure, but as I said, I've been there before, and on every training I'm trying to give more than my best. So till now everything went well.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's a very different build-up. You had 2 world titles in the run-up to Rio. It's been a difficult time for you in and out of competition before Tokyo. So what's your main focus in these next 6 months before the Olympics?
Well, my main goal, of course, are the Olympic Games. I really hope that I will be able to defend my title. But of course, before the Olympics, I'm going to have a few competitions, and one of them will be European Championship. So I hope that also I can defend my title at the European Championship. Well, not defend my title because it's been already a European Championship and I was not part of it, sorry. So I just hope that I can become a European champion for the 5th time. And then, of course, I hope that I will be good and on my best shape for the Olympics.
Jack, I have a question to Melinda. Can I ask?
Absolutely, Peter. Please do.
I wanted to take advantage of this stage. First of all, I want to say that it's a big honor for me to talk with the 2 champs, such as Marty and Melinda. But I have a question to Melinda now. This is your 2nd Olympics, right?
Yes. No, 3rd, actually.
3rd. So you are a champion. You're coming as a champion. But I wanted to ask you if it's advantage or disadvantage, because it's their 3rd Olympics and you have a lot of experience, but you are coming as a champ and you need to defend your title. So what directions you will feel, like advantage or disadvantage?
I can say both of them, because everybody's waiting for example, everybody's waiting for me to defend my title, especially from my country. But to be honest, this doesn't make me pressure. It just makes me feel stronger, even that it is a huge responsibility, because everybody's eyes from my country are on me. So I think I just got used with this. And on the other side are a lot of opponents who just want to get this title. So I don't know. It's just the best is to try to focus on your trainings, on your job, that rather than to think on I don't know, second things.
So advantage it is.
I can say yes.
Well, Peter, I'd like to ask you actually, since coming back from the European Championships, I know it's been a whirlwind for you with media, things happening and interviews and photo shoots. How are you managing to keep cool and keep focused? Because obviously that's all very interesting, but I know your main goal is next year at the Olympics.
Of course, as we know, the Olympics is the big deal, and everything on the way, it's on the way. So I'm focusing on the big target, the Olympic Games. Not as my friends here. This is my first Olympics, so I think there is also an advantage and disadvantage for me either. And the disadvantage that this is my first Olympics and I don't know what to expect. But I think my advantage is that I'm coming very hungry. I'm coming very motivated and very focused on my winning. So I don't care about what happened to me right now with the European title and the media and all that stuff. It's fun, of course. I enjoy it, but I'm still with my feet on the ground, focusing on what really matters.
And Marty, you had a similar experience to Linda in that you medaled in London, and then in the USA, we know the media around the Olympics is just huge. So what was it like for you going into Rio with the expectation and the media kind of looking over you?
Yeah, I mean, judo isn't that popular in the United States. So I think when you come from a country that has such huge Olympic success, judo is not really at the forefront. Not to say that there wasn't excitement around it, especially in the US judo community, but it's interesting hearing Melinda and you, Peter, talk, because I understand both of the dynamics you're talking about, because going into my first Olympics where I was going to fight in 2012, Peter, I was so excited. Like, I just couldn't contain the excitement of going to compete in my first Olympics. And then, as many of you know, Kayla was there with me, my best friend, and then she ended up winning. So it was this insane, awesome ecosystem. And then for me, to be honest, Melinda, and don't do what I did, I was really nervous for my second Olympics. And I think that you think the pressure won't get to you, and that, you know, I like what you said, Peter, like the things that's happening now are just on the way. You try to have that mentality, but I think that in the end, I was just really nervous and didn't give my best performance. And looking back, I think that kind of just releasing all the pressure and expectations from everyone else is the key thing in terms of performing the way that you can. Because as both of you probably know, it's not like I'm not good enough to do what I can do. I just have to show up those days. I have to be the best version of myself on those days. And sometimes that doesn't happen. And I kind of feel like that's what happened to me in Rio, unfortunately.
I think it's not. I'm not good enough. I think I will make strong your words. It's like, you know how good are you, and that's why you need to bring your best performance at the right moment. And I think this is the most things that make you pressure about the Olympics, right?
Totally. And you think that you can kind of just put it aside and not think about it. But even if you put things in the back of your mind, they can still be there impacting you. So I think just keeping that mentally strong attitude is the most important aspect of all. And you both have that, so not worried.
At my first Olympic Games, I was very, very, very scared. For like few weeks, I didn't sleep at all. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to think. It was so scary for me. And then the second time in Rio, I was totally different. I was so calm, and my coach just convinced me that it's just a competition like all other competitions. You're just gonna see the same people, the same referee, the same opponents. So I don't know, he just convinced me that it's just a competition, like, for example, one Grand Prix or Grand Slam. And it just made me feel very calm. I don't know. So different from London. In London, I was terrified, I can say.
And Linda, tell us, after the gold medal in Rio, I mean, life changed completely for you. You became a complete superstar in your country. How has your life been affected by your Olympic victory?
Well, in Kosovo, I've been famous also before the Olympics because I've been 2 times world champion, and I don't know, people just expected me to take the gold medal. Everybody who saw me, they was like, we can't wait you to win the gold medal at the Olympics. They felt like I just have to go and take it, like it was easy. And then the last 2 months, I can say, I didn't want to see anyone. I just wanted to see my coach, my teammates, and my family. So this way I could deal this, I can say, pressure from outside. And then after the Olympics, I don't know, it just, everybody in Kosovo got crazy. They did a huge, I don't know how to say, expectation. When I came from Rio at the airport, everybody was out. There was a bus waiting for me, and then we went across the capital, and I think nobody was home. Everybody was out, from children to the old people, and I cannot describe how it felt, because I think that my medal went, I don't know, it was not just sport anymore, because Kosovo, it's a new country, and a lot of people there think that it's hard to do something huge. It's hard to do to become successful from Kosovo, because it's new country, it's not so rich. And when I became Olympic champion, I think they just got convinced that even that we live in a small country, we can become successful. We can do huge things. So I don't know, everybody was so excited about it.
You showed everyone that it can be. It is possible.
Yes, because I started judo when I was 8, and I started in Kosovo with the same coach, and everything started in a small country in Kosovo. And all I had, and all I still have now, is just my coach and my teammates. I don't have a physio, I don't have a doctor. When I have a problem with my injuries, maybe Peter knows I have to go to Israel or I have to go to Slovenia, and it's not easy to deal with it. But in the end, I just say that I have to do just judo, I have to train hard, and that's it.
I have a question.
Please, Marty, go for it.
I'm curious, are there just judo clubs popping up on every street corner in your hometown now that, like, has it helped judo grow, do you think? Have you noticed?
Yes, now we have much more girls in judo. At the beginning it was strange because we was expecting much more kids to come and do judo, but for like 1.5 years, nobody was coming, and it was a strange situation for all of us. But now, today, we have many clubs in Kosovo, and many kids, the most important, many girls who do judo, and they all say like they want to be like my Linda when they grow up, and I don't know, that just makes me happy.
I want to be
Awesome.
like Melinda also.
Me too.
Me three. Speaking of three,
Thank
guys,
you.
Someone else who actually is going to be joining us, a surprise entry to the panel, someone who is going for their 3rd Olympic title come Tokyo, is the great Teddy Riner. Teddy, are you with us?
Oh.
Hi everybody.
Oh.
Looking forward.
Hi Teddy, thank you.
Nice surprise.
Thank you for joining us, Teddy. Welcome to Judo Fest 2020. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, it's a big pleasure. Happy to see you, everybody. But I think for me, I hope finish this season very quickly.
Well, the Olympics is 6 months away now, Teddy. So tell us how you're feeling, looking for your 3rd Olympic title. How do you feel at the moment about that?
My feeling is good. I hope come back for the next competition in January. My target is the same. I hope to win a 3rd gold medal, and I hope this season go fast for Tokyo 21 now, because Tokyo 20 is dead with this with the corona.
Teddy, I'd like to ask you, obviously, you're planning for your third Olympic title, your fourth Olympic Games, which is an incredible achievement, just to go to 4 Olympics. How much has it affected you, the extra year? How much has that changed your approach?
I know this situation changed a lot of things of me, but for everybody, it's changed changed the life for everybody because this is a special moment. It maybe I hope it will be my fourth Olympic game. It's possible have 2 title more because for the first time we have the team, and I know it's possible with this team because the woman, the French team, is very strong. And if I don't have the gold medal in my category and no gold medal in with the team, I have one chance again, the Olympic game in Paris. After this,
Oh,
finish is dead for me.
So that's
I
it.
want just,
5 Olympic, 5.
Was that public news?
I want just one thing, one gold medal. I have 2 chance and four gold medal, 4 chance. That's it. After
And then
I say goodbye
you
to
would be tied with the great Nomura, Teddy. What would it mean to you to tie the record of Nomura with his 3 Olympic golds? How special would that be?
me. Listen, when I win my last gold medal Olympic, Nomura, take an interview with me and say me when is the next step? What do you? Because me, I have 3 gold medals. I say, hey man, I win just now the second gold medal, just for this, just for this.
Marty, you mentioned earlier about Kayla and your journey with Kayla, and how she won in London and you took the bronze. What was it like then doing another 4-year cycle with her? And also, what's the thought process when you decide, okay, I'm going to go again, I'm going to do 4 more years, or I'm not? So I know after Rio, you decided not to, but tell me about that thought process.
Yeah, sure. Well, okay, first question. The 4 years were amazing. I mean, she is my best friend. And so I don't know how to explain what it's like to have the person that you know best and care about the most share every single training with you, every single tournament, traveling the whole world. That whole 4 years together was probably and I think it was probably the best of my career, that 4 years. That picture is right after I won the bronze medal. That's her favorite picture. But that 4 years after is just like enjoying that journey together. And that is after she won her gold in 2016. What a great picture. And I guess to your second question, Jack, the thing that made me almost think about going to Tokyo 2020 was I love judo in Japan. It's a birthplace of judo. I'm Nomura's #1 fan, probably. Teddy, you have to fight me on that. But now, seeing that it's been delayed a year, I'm so glad that I didn't, because I just feel like that momentum for me that I was already unsure about would have been a little more. So definitely the right decision for me. But I really feel for all of you that are still on this journey to Tokyo and having this whole year delay, because in judo, like, we go through cycles, right? We train in certain intensity, we let it go, and just having that whole schedule be messed up, I can't even imagine the stress that comes with it. But I'm sure you are just, I can tell you're focused on what's coming next. So I'm wishing the best for next year.
Thank you so much, Marty. Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks.
So, Teddy, you've heard Marty's words there. I was hoping you could give us some advice to Peter and to Mylinda. Peter going to his first Olympics, he's the world #1, so going in with the expectation, and then to Mylinda going for her second Olympic title, something that you did in Rio. What advice would you give to these two?
Big challenge for everybody because for second medal you will be you will have a lot of pressure because it's difficult, but stay focused on your target. You know, the Olympic game is it's a big event. Everybody love this event. Everybody train for this, and I think the first step when you go on the Olympic game, you stay focused on your target. After this, you after the job, when you have the gold medal, your objective, your target, after the fiesta, party, family, before this, stay focused. You don't so you don't see the people enjoy. You don't see the people win another competition. You stay very focused on your target. Yeah, of course.
Teddy is speaking, and I have goosebumps. You know. Thank you, Big Teddy. Thank you very much, bro.
I think when I say this is this this spirit is for Kelmendi, is for you, is for everybody. If you want your gold medal, you know in your head what do you want. And during this moment, it's not just your sport. You have a delegation. You have your country, the media, your coach, the family. Hey, my man, where I want this. Where do you go? Where is the sleep? I want to see this. I want to go here. No, you say after. And I think the take two phone for everybody and one phone for your coach, your staff, the people you need during this moment. Very special.
Wow, wow,
Very
wow.
interesting.
Thank you, man.
Brilliant. Teddy,
Pro
that's great words, Teddy. That's great words. Marty, were you going to say something?
I said you got advice from a pro, the pro.
Yes. That's
Teddy,
huge. I'm
earlier-
so excited to see Teddy here. I'm like speechless. I'm just looking.
I'm very exciting too. If I go now to the Olympic game, I want my gold medal.
Yes.
Teddy,
Teddy,
we need to fight. We need to fight, bro.
The next one.
Yes, the next
Master.
training camp we're fighting.
With pleasure, with pleasure.
First round.
I don't know when is the next training session, but if you
Yes.
want to go to Paris, come. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, brother.
well, there you go, Peter. What, you can't get a better invitation than that. Thank you, Teddy.
Yeah, this is the best.
I think that's about all the time Teddy had for us today. But let's take it back to our remaining panelists. Mylinda, you heard what Teddy said there about staying focused, staying in your own bubble, shutting out all the noise around. How much of that have you already been doing in the build-up to these Olympics, or how much did you have to do before Rio, and is it even more now?
Actually, this is like the way how I live. You all know that I'm not active on social media, not at all. I have nothing, no Facebook, no Instagram. And that's just because I don't want to have so much contact with the people that are not so close to me, you know? Because I know myself, and maybe I look tough from outside, but maybe one bad comment can distract me, and I don't know. I don't want to deal with this. So before the Olympics in Rio, I gave my phone to my coach, and I didn't talk to anyone. We was like in the same apartment. It was me, my sparring partner, and my coach. So all I needed was there, and I didn't need my phone at all. It's much better like this. So it's so true what Teddy said.
Yeah. Peter, what are you going to take from this? What have you gained from what Teddy said?
I can relate to his advice because I'm doing something very similar. but a little bit different, with a little bit difference. For every competition I go, 3-4 days before, I'm shutting all the media application. And in the beginning, I was just like, said everyone, okay, bye-bye, see you in 3-4 days, and still have that application. And I noticed that I'm like very curious, just to see what people are writing to me. And I didn't make that what I meant to do. So with this progress I made, I started to delete all application, Instagram, Facebook, even WhatsApp, and to talk only with my teams and my parents and my wife, everyone that close to me, knows that in that period of before the competition, they don't need to talk with me, like only emergency calls, and also if like it's really really emergency. So I think Teddy's advice, it's even better to have 2 phones and just to shut down the regular phone and to have only contacts with like my teams, my coaches, and my family, and that's all. I will take that advice.
Brilliant. Marty, we saw some images earlier of the documentary that was made about you and Kayla, Prix Rio, I believe. How much does that kind of play into what we're talking about, the media coverage, when you have people wanting to make documentaries about you? Is that distracting?
Yes, totally. And I think you have to set up guardrails for yourself, and especially as you get closer, as Peter already mentioned. And I think, like, even going back to what Melinda said about social media, it's evolved to a point that you could be completely engrossed by it and taken, and it's hard to not read things from people and not take them personally, even when you don't know that person. And even in the media, I remember specifically before the London Olympics in 2012, someone had wrote an article where they had said I wasn't going to get out of the first round, and I actually had read it, and it hurt me. Like, it, in a way, it did motivate me more, but at the same time, like, you have to be very protective of yourself and what you're exposing yourself to during this critical period when your mental positioning for yourself is so important. So if that means not even going near social media, like Teddy said, not even taking interviews. Luckily, it didn't happen to me to the extent as I witnessed it happening to Kayla.
Seeing Kayla kind of be bombarded by the media and constantly being asked to do interviews, and they're not shy, I noticed. Like, even at the Olympics, they don't care that you have to fight in a few days or next week. They just want to get their sound bite. So just being able to like push all that stuff away and say like, I'll do all this when the time comes, which is kind of what Teddy said too about just not letting those people through. I think that was something that helped me kind of manage it all.
And then post Rio, I know you continued on to the 2017 Worlds in Budapest, but after that you chose to call time on your career, a brilliant career, by the way. What was the thinking, should I go 4 more years? Should I not? What helped you? What made you take that decision?
Yeah, to be honest, it was really hard, Jack, because I had taken a silver medal at the World Championships in 2013 and believed that I could end my career as a world champion. And so I went that extra year to 2017, but like the series of events always seem to happen, is just about a month and a half before the Worlds in 2017, I injured my back, actually an old disc herniation I had more than a long time before, many years before. And for me, because just trying to come back from an injury and then fight at the World Championships and not being able to perform the way I knew I was able to, I kind of took the indications from my body that these type of injuries are probably going to become more common than less common. And I also was ready to move into a professional career. I had gone to school and got my bachelor's and my master's degree, and I wanted to put those things to work as well. So the timing just seemed kind of ideal at that point, looking at how 2017 had went. And I mentioned earlier, I couldn't imagine if I had decided to keep going and had been dealing with this delay like the other athletes are. It would just be really tough. I really feel for all of them.
Absolutely. Mylinda, quick question for you. I know you have a very strong bond with your coach, Dritten. Tell us about the importance of your relationship for an athlete with their coach when it comes to such major events.
Well, I think in our sport, one of the most important things are the relation between the athlete and coach. I think that the coach must know you better than anyone else in this world, because my coach knows if I'm good or bad only if he sees my eyes. Sometimes I say that I'm good, but he knows that I'm not. He knows when I'm nervous, he knows when I'm feeling really good. So we have a really, really good relationship. He's been my coach since I was a kid, so he raised me, and I think this is the best and the most important thing in my career.
And the same question to you, Peter.
I can relate to what Mylinda said about her coach, Triton. Me and my coach, Oren Smaja, we know each other since I'm a young athlete. I think everything what am I now with my judo, it's because of him and thanks to him. I can see the hugs now. The hugs says it all, you know. After every competition we have, like after every fight, I'm looking at my coach and I see the emotions he had after the fight, you know, and you can see he's with me. He's fighting with me on the mat. Like if he could, he would jump in, you know. He would jump in and fight with me. But it's very special. The connection are very, very pure and very strong. And I know he's back. He have my back no matter what will happen, no matter I win or lose. And this is the most important. He give me a lot of confidence to do what I do. So
yes, and sometimes my teammates, they go in competition alone. For example, Krasniqi or Jakova. But me, I never go. I cannot go in competition without my coach. Maybe it sounds strange for somebody, but I just cannot fight if he's not there. I cannot fight if I don't hear his voice. So if he's not going in competition, I don't go. Even if I need points or I need to have a competition, if he's not going, I don't go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's incredible, considering your Olympic title and everything. That's an amazing thing to hear. So we're 6 months out, guys. 7 months away from, Peter, your first Olympics. Mylinda, your third, going for it. What are your final thoughts then? The Olympics is coming. It's in Japan, the home of judo. How special is it going to be, and how excited about it are you? Peter first.
It's very exciting. It's very special for me, and I'm so thrilled to be already at that event, the biggest event of sports, of everything, and I'm just very emotional about that. With what Marty said and Mylinda before and Teddy, what they said about the Olympics, I think the Olympics is the most special event, and no matter how strong you are, like you are European champion, you're world number one rank, you coming to the Olympics. In the Olympics, there is different rules, and I can see that like in the last Olympics, the game is changing so fast, and everything can happen. So I just try to be very, very focused, and with all these champions said, I will move everything that can interrupt my goal to win that Olympics, and just to bring myself, my best self to this event and to enjoy it. You know, Jack, I try to enjoy my way, my journey, and I'm enjoying every tournament I have, no matter what is the result. And of course, when there is a good result, you can enjoy it much more. And this is my main deal, just to enjoy the process and to bring my best to the big goal.
And Mylinda, you had a taste of the Nippon Budokan at the World Championships in Tokyo. Now you're going back to that same venue for an Olympic Games. How incredible is it going to be in Japan, the home of judo, going for a second Olympic title?
Well, I try to don't think about it as much as I can. Really. Because if you think too much, it just makes you pressure. You cannot train good, you cannot, I don't know, sleep good, eat good. It just makes you pressure. It makes you have adrenaline and emotions and everything. Everything is normal. As long as your hands get wet when you think about it, as long as you're about to throw out when you think about it, these are the emotions, the feelings that you should have. It's everything normal. But I try to don't think too much about it. Because if you start to think, then you think for this opponent and then for another one and another one. So I don't want to think about this now. I just want to train, I want to give my best, and then we will see in the end.
You know, Melinda, when I sometimes I'm thinking about the Olympics, my heartbeat is increasing.
Yes, and your hands get all wet.
Very high. Yes.
Yeah. It's all normal. These are the feelings that you should have.
Now I'm relaxed.
Right, thank you so much for joining me, guys. It's a lovely note to end on that. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to all of you. Really excited for the World Tour to get started back up again in January. Hoping to see you at the Masters and then on to the Olympic Games, where I wish all of you incredible success.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys,
for joining me. Enjoy the rest of Judo Fest, everybody. It's a great start.
We will.
And
Thank you.
We'll be bringing you loads more content throughout the day.
Stay safe, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Jake.
Bye-bye. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. It was
Bye-bye.
great fun.